get into the Bible and you say, okay, how do you take these doctrines, the promise of a God who suffered, the promise of a world, heavenly world of love, the promise of resurrection, how do you actually use that to face the troubles that we have? And let me just give you quickly 6 things, 6 steps, you might say, that are that I think the Bible gives us, and not in this order, but here they are. And I'll pair them. First of all, you should weep but trust. You should weep but trust. One of the most important things about the book of Job is you see Job never turning away from God, and yet the emotional realism is amazing. Just read that book. He's questioning, why did you ever let me be born? He says, I don't understand what's going on. There's an emotional realism. But in the end, he stays faithful. And because he says, in the end, of course, there has to be a God. Otherwise, there's nobody to be mad at. Of course, there has to be a God. Otherwise, there's no right and wrong. Of course, there has to be a God. Or, who's to define evil, for goodness sakes? And yet, at the same time, there's this emotional realism. I guess what I mean by that is a lot of people say, well, if you trust God, then you don't have to, you shouldn't be too upset. And the answer of the Bible is, oh, no, 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 no. You trust God, and yet you can be really upset. Jesus Christ said, thy will be done, but he was crying out on the cross.